Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, I'm going to look at the differences between the Onda and the Comfortline range of air source heat pumps. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so for those of you that are regular readers of the blog, builderhottub.com, or indeed you've watched lots of videos on this channel, you'll know that I talk about air source heat pumps quite a lot and how much they can actually save you in the running costs of your hot tub and indeed pools. Now, this video, I'm going to look at two of the ranges that I offer, and I'm going to try and compare the two for you. Now, what you will find, certainly if you're doing your research on air source heat pumps, is that quite often there's a lack of statistics from the manufacturers on the, just how much they're going to save you and that kind of thing. The manufacturers tend to try and shy away from this. So what I've tried to do, certainly on my blog and on this YouTube channel, is give you some kind of real world examples, explain how much I'm saving with my air source heat pump and certainly how much my customers are saving too. So when I'm comparing these two ranges, I'm not going to concentrate too much on the specifications. I'm going to give you more of a 1,000 feet overview of the major differences in these two models. So before we get going, always a great opportunity to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything that I do on this channel focuses around DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, air source heat pumps, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so the first major difference between the Onda range of air source heat pumps and the Comfortline is the usage. And by usage, I mean the functional period that they're going to be useful for heating your hot tub or your pool. And the Onda is designed really to be, in my opinion, somewhere between a 2 and a 3 season air source heat pump. And the reason that I say this is because it's actually rated to 10 degrees Celsius. So any ambient temperature that is below 10 degrees Celsius, the manufacturer won't guarantee that there will actually be heat. Now, it's not going to just stop heating and you're not going to get anything out of it. However, as those temperatures come below 10 degrees C, all of those efficiencies are going to be lost and the heat pump's going to be really working hard. And at best, you're going to get one in, one out. And we'll talk about the COP, which is the multiplier of energy in versus heat out. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. So really, with a rating of 10 degrees C, you're probably talking spring, summer, and maybe half of autumn in the UK for it being a useful air source heat pump at those kind of ambient temperatures. You're not going to be able to use this all year round, and you're certainly not going to be able to use this when it's freezing or even below freezing during the winter month. So that's the first difference. The Comfortline itself is rated to 0. Now, I've actually run mine -8 in terms of temperature, and I still got quite a lot of heat out of it. It was heating my hot tub just fine. So the Comfortline is very much an all-season air source heat pump. Now, many of you will say, well, hold on, it's only rated to 0. There's models out there that are rated to -10, -15 Celsius. That's great. If you want to pay the additional premium for that rating, then go ahead. For me, I feel that the Comfortline rated to 0 was more than enough for my needs, and certainly all of my customers that I've supplied have been more than happy with the performance of those during the winter months as well. Now, the Onda and the Comfortline both have a COP, which is a coefficient of performance. It's a fancy term that you will have come across, I'm sure, in your research, and it basically means how much heat you're getting out versus how much electric you need to put in. So for example, both of these units have a COP of around 6, which means for every kilowatt that you put in perfect conditions, and I must say perfect conditions because the COP will change as the ambient temperature and the humidity changes as well, 1 in, you will get 6 kilowatts out. So as I said, that is in perfect conditions, and that will vary. So when you're doing your research on air source heat pumps, look at those COPs and see what the value of them are at a given stated temperature, and that way you can compare different models. Now look for something that's around the, I guess, 10 degrees Celsius mark and see what you're going to get out of the unit at that, because that's kind of an average temperature, if you like, throughout the year in the UK. So the COPs that are similar, what are some of the other differences? Well, how we actually connect them to the electrical supply is very different. So the Onda, for example, it comes with a regular plug, so you can plug it into an outdoor socket and away you go. The Comfortline, on the other hand, does need to be hardwired in, and you should use a qualified electrician to do that, I must add. Now, the reason that the Onda comes with a plug is that it's not designed to be out there all year round. It's not a 4-season air source heat pump. So Onda are expecting at some point you're going to pack it away for the winter. Hence the simple connection to electricity just with a regular plug. The Comfortline, all season, it's designed for a permanent installation, so it's not something that you're going to be packing away for the winter, for example. Similarly with the pipework, so the Onda comes with a 38mm flexible pipework connection. So that means that you're going to be using a flexible pipe, you're going to be using a Jubilee clip to connect it to your hot tub, and it means that you are able to disconnect this, pack it away during those winter months. As you might have guessed, the Comfortline, it's hard plumbed in, and by that it's proper solvent weld connections, solid rigid pipe, and you're going to leave that in situ. It's not something that you're going to pack away during the winter months. Even if you decommission your hot tub with the Comfortline, you're going to leave it out there. It's not going to be something that you need to put away. So the major difference between those two models goes right back to the actual usage that we covered first. Because the Onda isn't designed to be used all year round, it comes with the electrical connections and the plumbing connections that make it easy to be disconnected. So which model is going to be right for you? Is it going to be the Onda or is it going to be the Comfortline? Well, you've got to consider how you use your hot tub or your pool. If you're going to use it all year round, then obviously you want to be ruling out the Onda because it's not going to give you any kind of performance in those colder months. Comfortline, on the other hand, works just fine. I've been running mine all winter long, even at sub-zero, and it's been keeping my hot tub nice and hot. For me, the Onda is very much like an inflatable hot tub. It allows you to dip your toe in the market for an air source heat pump at not too of an expensive price to entry. You can see if it's going to actually save you some money, which it will, over an electric heater. And then just as you can upgrade an inflatable hot tub to either a plastic shell or you buy your own, you can upgrade your Onda to a full-on 4-season air source heat pump when the time is right. So hopefully this short video has helped you with the differences between those two models. As always, if I can help you with the supply of either the Onda or the Comfortline, do get in touch. I'll put some links underneath this video. As always, I appreciate the view. Hit me up in the comments if you've got any questions at all. Thanks for the watch, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.